Hey everyone, in this video we're going to talk about 10 minimalistic habits that I adopted over the years which made my life happier, healthier, easier and better. And we often think that minimalism is having only the most basic and bare minimum necessities. That need not be true because minimalism is not about having some stuff or losing all the stuff that you have. It is about buying less and having less so that you spend the remaining money, energy, and your time on things that you think are meaningful and are fulfilling to you. So, over the years, I developed minimalistic habits that made my life easier, happier, and healthier. So, the first thing was to make my bed every day in the morning as soon as I wake up. I used to wake up only an hour before work or 1.5 hours before work, and this left me less time to make my bed and or do anything at all except for getting ready. And always when I came back from work, after finishing work, I had to clean my space as well. So once I changed this one habit, I came back to a clean, refreshing, and a comfortable bed, and which helped me to relax as soon as I finished all my dinner. And this could be a very simple change, but it gives you a lot of peace and relaxation once you are out of work and you can go straight into relaxation mode. And the second thing is to put away items which I no longer need and which I no longer use. And I did this every few months, especially when the season is changing. I made sure to give away the clothes, the shoes, and whatever it is that I'm no longer using around the house. And this made my decluttering at the end of the year or whenever I did it easier. And I made mindful choices when I'm buying things. So when I visited a grocery store, I used to buy a lot of stuff just because it was on offer. I used to impulse buy. I used to think that if I don't buy it now, I can't come back multiple times to the store. So just to make my life easier, just not to go back and take multiple trips, I ended up buying a lot of things. But in the end, I ended up throwing a lot of fruit and veg in the bin, especially because I didn't have the need for it after all. And all that stuff I bought usually went into the bin. So I made a conscious choice to simplify my buying habits by making a list of things that I actually need, which I really need and which I really want to eat that week. And I made a note of things which were empty during that week, which were out of stock. And I bought only a limited number of fruit and veg for that week. And I made sure I ate everything and I used everything without wasting, and nothing worth eating goes into the bin right now. Another habit that I developed is to form cleaning habits that made sure my space and room and my kitchen was neat and tidy all the time. And over the years, I developed routines which helped me to declutter my digital spaces as well. So when I developed routines that helped me to declutter all these things instead of waiting till the end of the time, till all the chores piled up and became too much to handle, I developed these practices to clean each part of the house regularly, once in every week, and made sure that everything went back into place every single day. I used to put everything back in its place once I used it. And cleaning the kitchen, the cookware, and everything had a specific time in the day. I dedicate a few minutes every day for that purpose. And this made my deep cleaning routines once in a month or once in a few months way easier. And I also made sure I decluttered my digital spaces. And this is something I do often because I don't want to get that message on my phone saying that your storage is full, we can't back up your phone. So I regularly delete pictures, screenshots, or unnecessary emails that I already have in my phone. And I do this in my free time instead of scrolling away my time on social media. Eat out less. This can be a big expenditure when you keep bringing takeaway home every day, and this adds up to the already high expenses that we have. And this also helped me to cut down on unhealthy food that I was eating, and I made healthier choices at home. I used to cook at home, and aside from eating healthy, it also helped me save in the process. And I stopped giving too much importance to the trends, especially in relation to gadgets. and using gadgets only for the purpose that they are intended for, that is using a laptop or a phone only for the purpose that they are intended for, and not just overbuying gadgets just because a new gadget is launched in the market, is one way I save a lot of money. I try and maintain a minimalistic wardrobe, not too minimalistic like basic colors, but keeping a manageable wardrobe with not too many choices is one of the things that I have developed over the years. All I do have the essentials, and I don't give too much importance to trends, because what is in trend now will go out of trend very soon. So I stick to basics and I stick to classics. So always maintain a minimalistic wardrobe to mix and match all those classic pieces that you have in your wardrobe. And another thing I developed over the years is to spend time in gratitude and prayer. When we have more, we do keep wanting more and more. This is a materialistic world. But when I started developing habits to spend time giving thanks and being spending time in prayer, I started being happy in what I have, and more blessings definitely will follow when you are content with the things that you have. And I made sure I prioritized my tasks for the day. When you set an intention for the day, prioritize your tasks, it is impossible to be overwhelmed by everything that you have to finish in that day, and not getting caught in unnecessary stuff and leaving the important things behind. So I make sure to prioritize my tasks for the day. Whatever I plan to do that day, to finish on a particular day, I do finish it. And if I don't beat myself up, or um, I don't feel bad for not finishing something. I just put it on the tasks that need to be completed the next day. Instead of focusing on what I couldn't complete that day, I make sure that I focus on the progress that I made, so that I have the motivation to finish that work the next day. And thinking for 2 minutes before making any choice, whether it's purchasing a thing or anything at all. When I go to the stores, before buying something, I usually take 2 minutes before considering something on offer, or buying something as soon as I look at it. I usually think at least 2 minutes before making that final decision whether to buy it or not, especially when I feel like giving in to buying sweet treats. I have a sweet tooth, so finally I end up not buying it at the end of the 2 minutes. So it works. So try it out next time if you don't believe me. And being minimalistic is a type of self care, it's a type of gift you're giving yourself. And minimalism doesn't have to be extreme. You can adapt small minimalistic habits into your daily practices to be more mindful of how you're living, how you're spending your money, your time, and your energy.